Hey you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the South, more specifically Nashville, Tennessee, and even more specifically than that, I'm in front of the Opry Mills Mall. And even more specifically than that, we're in front of Madame Tussauds here in Nashville, one of the great Madame Tussauds wax museums. This one's a little bit different. Every Madame Tussauds is different and kind of specific to its area in certain ways. Because we are in Music City, Nashville, Tennessee, their Madame Tussauds is focused almost entirely on music, musicians. So a wax museum of almost a music-themed wax museum. I have been here before, but it has been a couple years, and it's always good to check in with the wax museums, see if they have any new figures, see if they have any new displays. So please, follow me. Now the Madame Tussauds is actually inside the mall, so we have to enter the Opry Mills Mall to enter the wax museum. It's a really interesting vehicle right there. See a man riding a very small car. They used to rent out little animals that you could ride on. Apparently they have switched to these Tron motorcycles. You can see the entrance to Madame Tussauds right there. Entrance kind of looks like the Grand Ole Opry with that giant guitar sticking out of the middle. Out here we have, I think that's Taylor Swift, then Rihanna, and then Johnny Cash with the responsible facial covering there. Thanks you for physically distancing. You're so on trend. I say physical distancing instead of social distancing. Actually makes a lot more sense, because when people say social distancing, they actually do mean physical distancing. The sign here, it's got Lady Gaga on it. It says, "Please keep to the edge of glory and don't touch the wax figures." Yeah, I think that's what she meant. The very first wax figure here in Nashville, Michael Jackson, dressed like some sort of space commander. Then leaning against the wall here, we got Mr. Bob Dylan with a really cool harmonica holder right there. Also thought it would be funny to put a sandwich in one of those and have it like held up to your face so you could just eat the sandwich. Here we have Muddy Waters, famous blues singer, and he's got his guitar case open so people can give him some tips. Fortunately, it looks like he's just been making pennies, so that's no good, but actually we're in a coin shortage right now, so those pennies pretty valuable. A very good mixture of different types of music in this first room. This is Duke Ellington, famed jazz pianist. We have Whitney Houston. Remember when she covered the Dolly Parton song, "I Will Always Love You." Here is country musician Randy Travis. It doesn't mention this on his little plaque here, but I believe he went on some sort of naked rampage. Does anyone else remember that? And I'd like to say these figures, Madame Tussauds, these figures are awesome. Always some of the best figures here at Madame Tussauds museums. It looks like we got a radio tower there. It says WSM. Looks like here in Nashville, they still have their Halloween decorations up. I'm not sure exactly where we're going into here. We got this cool old mailbox. Looks like we're heading inside of a house. Got a little theater in here. People can watch this movie about Nashville. But look at these super cool seats here. These vintage couches are really cool. Now, I'm not that familiar with this guy here. His name is Little Jimmy Dickens. According to the plaque here, he was a comedy country singer. Said his most famous song was "May the Bird of Paradise Fly Up Your Nose." It's an interesting song title. I do like that he's got that big gap between his teeth. Reminds me of myself. Okay, so I guess WSM must be a real radio station. It says 6:50 a.m. in Nashville. I know this guy. This is Hank Williams, #1, one of the most famous country singers of all time. I think in these wax museums it is important to take a second to just appreciate the artistry in some of these figures. Just look at the glint in his eye, the textures of his skin. Very, very beautiful work. Yeah, and this is set up like an old radio station. We got some old radio equipment over here. Got a big dial here you can turn. Yeah, take a look at some of this vintage recording equipment here. Pretty neat looking, all these little buttons. This almost looks like some sort of sonar. It says this is a laboratory oscilloscope. Is that something that would be in a radio station? Another very famous country musician, George Jones. He was known as the Possum. I'm not sure why he got that nickname, but I do believe he had a drunken rampage as well. I think there's some story about him going on a drunken rampage with a riding lawnmower. And over here, you can pretend that you're helping record a music song over here. And look, you got Patsy Cline on the other side of the glass. Maybe she's recording Crazy in there. Walk around the other side, we can get a closer look here at Patsy Cline. Oh, yeah, that song Crazy just kicked in. We have Tammy Wynette, famous for her song Stand By Your Man. And look at this. A lot of the wax museums that I visited since the beginning of the pandemic have gotten rid of props, but they still have this guitar that you can use to pose with. Sing it, Tammy. One challenge about making YouTube videos, especially the kind I make where I travel around to different attractions, is copyright music. It can be very scary. YouTube does not like copyright music, does not want you to use other people's copyrighted music in your videos, and they have scary robots that will track it down and can tell if you have copyright music. And there's been copyright music blaring in this whole place. I've been trying to talk over it and not be heard. But I noticed if I stand right here, I can actually hear 3 different songs at the same time. There's a song coming from the radio station area. We got Patsy Cline singing Crazy over here, and then another song coming from that room. So 3 being blasted by 3 different copyright songs right in this exact spot. I think they all cancel each other out. Heading into the grand old Opry Room here. Over here we have Waylon Jennings. Check out his awesome belt buckle there. Standing in front of the General Lee. I guess he sang the theme song to the Dukes of Hazzard. We got part of a General Lee here. Don't mean to add to any sort of controversy, but there's something missing from the roof of this particular General Lee. What do you think about that, Waylon? Here's Minnie Pearl. She was a country western comedian. Got her start on the show Hee Haw, and her trademark item was this hat here. She wore a hat that had the price tag still hanging on it, and look at it. Yeah, look at that face. That's awesome. Really cool figure right there. Got James Brown right here. According to this plaque, he actually did play one performance at the Grand Ole Opry. You can gaze into his soulful face right there as he sings one of his songs. Take a look at Kenny Rogers here. It does notate, added on here, that he did die earlier this year. It says that he's portrayed from the 1980s. So they put on here what sort of era they're reflecting. So this is before Kenny Rogers got plastic surgery. He's actually got some very unfortunate plastic surgery that he actually regretted getting. Not sure why he has a giant gun in his holster right there. He's got a gun and a microphone there. I wonder if he's about to sing Islands in the stream, that is what we are. Nowhere in between. Come right in my car. Butcher Holler, of course, the famed home of Loretta Lynn, one of my favorite country musicians. She has some really great songs. Fist City, probably my favorite Loretta Lynn song, but there is a lot of good ones. All right, heading into another recording studio here. Oh, look who's in here. Very famous musicians in here. Got Elvis Presley, one of the most famous musicians of all time. Looks like he's doing one of his super cool dances there as he wiggles his hips. Behind him, we got Jerry Lee Lewis. He does a little dance too. When he plays the piano, he kind of dances. He doesn't sit down on the piano bench. It's actually, the piano bench is being used as a footrest by Carl Perkins here. I remember first hearing about Carl Perkins in the Drive-By Trucker song, Carl Perkins' Cadillac. Then of course down here, country singer Johnny Cash. There was Johnny Cash out front of another one here inside the Wax Museum. And they do have another guitar that you can use as a prop. Step into this alleyway here. It's a good theming here. See some cases full of musical equipment being unloaded off the back of this box truck. Got some musical posters plastered here in the alley. And here we have famed guitar maestro Jimi Hendrix. Again, some of the best wax figures in the world here. Madame Tussauds. Look at him playing that guitar. It says B.B. King, the famed blues singer. It says Lucille on his guitar. I believe that was his guitar's name, if I remember correctly. It actually says Lucille's Bar right here. So it's first in playing blues guitar. I left my slide at home. That's why it doesn't sound very good. Okay, heading into Sam's Soul Shack here, the Soul Lounge. It's a very young and dapper looking Marvin Gaye. He sings the songs that makes the ladies swoon, and also he was murdered by his own father. Diana Ross right here wearing this amazing mirrored dress that's shining all over this room. Here's Stevie Wonder, the famed blind piano player. Actually, one time got down a YouTube rabbit hole where there's a bunch of videos trying to claim that he's faking being blind. I don't know. I believe that he's actually blind. He's just, you know, your other senses get very, very heightened. See the Soul Train sign there, and then we have the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin. And she is the Queen of Soul, right? Queen of Soul, I believe. She's got a golden microphone to match her golden voice. They're asking us to please keep our jazz hands clean. Use a sanitizer provided and wash your hands frequently for 20 seconds with soap and water. All right, next stop, we're headed into the Jazz Club. I don't know that much about jazz, I'll admit. This woman here is Billie Holiday, classic jazz singer. And here playing together we have Louis Armstrong, famed trumpeter. That is a trumpet, I fully believe. And Ella Fitzgerald. Looks like we can join in with them. This is Keith Urban, and this man over here is Charles Eston. Not no real idea who he is. Then there's a motorcycle photo op here. Don't know what that has to do with any of these musicians, but can't say no, right? Themed areas are all done very well. Entering here into this bar area. Over here we got Ozzy Osbourne behind this giant crucifix. Oh! Oh, he talks. Man, they really captured his blank stare, didn't they? Up here in the bar, we got Kid Rock climbing all over the bar, pointing up at the sky, getting ready to sing one of his classic songs like, is it Ba with the Ba? Or, what's that other one? Oh, Cowboy? Anyone know any other Kid Rock songs? Got Jerry Garcia holding up his hand. Actually was missing that finger, so that classic hand that only he has. Got Kid Rock over here making a bunch of noise, and then poor Bruce Springsteen sitting over here having a drink, trying to write his next song. Back onto the street, we see Janis Joplin with her got quite a bit of luggage here. It says Baton Rouge or bust. Always think about what she says. Freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. Alright, heading into Sal's Fame Academy here. I guess this is just a free place to pose for photos with instruments. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue. This may be the most absurd addition to this museum. We have Alvin and the Chipmunks, the CGI chipmunks here in wax form. We got Elton John, got Justin Timberlake here, practicing some of his sweet dance moves. See, he's got up on his tiptoes there. This guy here is Bruno Mars. Of course, Beyonce there, front and center. Up, one of her songs is kicking in. Katy Perry, Miley Cyrus, Betrayed from 2013. Can you believe this wrecking ball thing? This happened 7 years ago. Makes me feel old. Do you remember I guess 2013 was the year where we didn't talk about anything except Miley Cyrus. This is George Strait, a country singer.
Do I have anything in my teeth?
Oh, who are you? Oh, this is Luke Bryan. He talks for some reason. And we got Faith Hill next to the water cooler. This is a very unique figure here. This is Hootie from Hootie and the Blowfish. I think he has another name. Oh yeah, Darius Rucker. But he's explaining how a wax figure was made.
To make sure my wax figure looks fresh every day. So I hope you guys are gonna have fun today, and I'll talk to y'all later. See? Eyes. Creepy, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Matched my eye color right down to the whites and irises. Did you know it takes 15 hours to make a pair of eyes, and that no two pair of eyes are the same?
I did not know
Finally,
that.
my hair. Okay, not on my head, but on my chin. Thanks, guys. You did a great job. Next, the finished clay body was pressed into fiberglass, and a plaster mold was made around the clay head. Melted wax was poured into this mold, and when it was set, a hollow, dairy-shaped wax head appeared. My hands were molded in the same way. Next, the eyes and teeth were inserted, and then the hair. Did you know every strand of hair is inserted one by one into the wax head?
You can see the Hootie head being carved out of wax right there. Blake Shelton, get your feet off the table. You're scuffing it up. Look at all those scuffs. You have no regard for the scuff you're causing. There we have Tim McGraw. He's leaning up against the wall there. You can see his hand. He's got a wedding ring on. Who is he married to? Oh, this room is actually set up like the stage at the Grand Ole Opry. Look at this. You can take the stage right here, step there, and the audience will cheer for you. Yay! Cheer for me. Makes me feel good about myself. Alright, I don't know who all these people are, so I have to check the plaques here. Trisha Yearwood, Eric Church, Jason Aldean, Carrie Underwood, and Reba McEntire. Alright, remember those names and we'll try to figure out who all these people are. I think this is Trisha Underwood. I think this is Jason Aldean. Remember he had that, oh yeah. It is Jason Aldean because he has Jason Aldean written on his guitar. Remember he had like a country rap song that was really fun. So that must make this guy here Eric Church. Okay, and I do know Reba McEntire here. Then who is this? I don't remember the names now. Let's go back to the wall. It's either Carrie Underwood or Trisha Yearwood. Did I say Trisha Yearwood? I think I might have said Trisha Underwood. I might have combined them into one. But my guess is this is Trisha Underwood. Trisha Yearwood. Trisha Yearwood, maybe. And what was the other one? Carrie Underwood, right here, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Finally, before we exit to the gift shop, we have Alan Jackson. No relation to Michael Jackson. Interesting, we begin with Michael Jackson and we end with Alan Jackson. I wonder if that was done on purpose. One of these sweet hats that says Diva, Queen, USA, or Princess. So here we have a bonus figure, one figure left. We have Bono. See him dressed solely in leather with those big old sunglasses. Got a merry-go-round here in the food court next to the Panda Express. Looks like there's a train that operates occasionally here in the mall. But since we are in the mall, we might as well dine amongst some animatronics. Oh, look at the hippo. Sloshing in the water. Oh, does that count as submecophobia? Is he laughing? Oh, look at the snake there. It's like the Garden of Eden. Giant butterfly right there. Oh, and look at this archway full of real live fish. The waitress said that there is a rainstorm about every 30 minutes. Just waiting on the rain to start. See the giant stone face back there. Oh my goodness. What are those? These jaguars? Oh, the thunder, the rain, the thunder is starting. These gorillas are freaking out because of the rain. Oh, look at that. I got some shrimp tacos to go along with my animatronics. It's good. Those vicious tigers right here. Little baby tiger. Very terrifying. Oh, it's another thunderstorm. Oh, these tigers. They don't like thunder.
Rainforest has its very own sparkling volcano. It's so big big. The whole family can share it. Yum, yum.
Now, is there any meal that animatronic monkeys will not improve? Thank you for joining me here today at the Opry Mill Mall, where we ate at the Rainforest Cafe and checked out the Madame Tussauds Wax Museum here in Nashville, Tennessee. If you'd like to see other places I've been, please check the interactive map in the description of this video. It'll show you all the different places I've been, and you can tell me where I need to go next. Also, if you'd like to help support the channel, consider donating to Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month. Also now selling 2 different styles of enamel pins in the Etsy shop. They're great Christmas presents. But until next time, this one's in the bag.